Okay, I have never played Snakeybus before. I don't know anything about it. The box art's funny. I assume it's that. I don't know how that becomes a game. I got a bunch of achievements for booting this to test the video, so I don't know if they like made a bunch of maps unlock automatically or something. I was kind of bummed out about that. I just saw the splash screen and then Alt F4 as I saw like 8 achievements instantly unlock. I don't have audio in game yet. I don't know if I should. Single player. Oh, is this mouse and keyboard only? Now I have audio. It's pretty quiet though. I'll turn it up here. It's still quiet, but I assume that's just because it's the menu. FPS cap. Don't need the resolution to be that crazy. That's fine. Okay. Don't need to like back out to save those probably. Let's see. I like buses. I like snakes. Can't lose. And it's got multiplayer. Okay, let's try classic. Paris. Yes. All right, I am a bus. Head to destination. I love just the people getting sucked into the bus. There's like a jump. Okay. I see. Oh, what are the other controls? Oh god. Apparently I can jump. Holy shit, what? So am I actually leaving the back of the bus behind while I'm going around? It's pretty funny. So is it whenever I do that, all the people flying out of the bus when I fall? Yeah, it looks like it just moves on its own, right? I don't know that I can slow down. I think I can speed up if I press W. Are some of these like, so what governs whether they fall out of the bus when I land like that? Is it falling too far? Is it falling into specific like holes basically? So like in between some of the buildings, I guess, is out of bounds. Yeah, I'm not sure if those are specifically holes that kill you or if they're supposed to be like... I can right click, that helps to see a little bit better. I guess is there a controls list I can look at? Let's see. No, I don't. Oh, here we go. Controls. Speed up, slow down, jump, turn left, turn right, drift, boost, use power up. Yeah, the flight cam seems really helpful. Oh, there are supposed to be joystick controls, maybe. Well, maybe they're not intended to be the main way you play. No, it doesn't work with the Xbox controller. Okay. Yeah, this makes it easier to see, like, the snake part of the bus. Am I, like, growing the snake whenever I collect more passengers or arrive at destinations? I think so. Okay. Cute. Is audio balance okay? The game looks a little quiet in OBS. Oh, okay. I think this is the pitch. It's like Snake, but with a bus. Check it in a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's kind of like a, reminds me of something like Katamari, Donut County. It's a goofy premise. Yeah, it feels much better to play if you're holding down right click and managing the camera all the time, because I think the default view is really hard to visualize what's happening or to control. I can check. BGM's also 0. I think it's making it louder, maybe. Okay, the bus is getting pretty long now. I haven't played the... Well, I guess I played something similar to Snake, and we played the Looker on stream recently. Oh, that's cool. I remembered that I jumped. The main reason for the jump is to be able to not get stuck if I crash into myself. It's an anti-Ouroboros mechanic. And I guess if I jump frequently, I make a little arch I can drive under safely later, too. Okay, that's cool. And I can fit more and more passengers the longer my ridiculous bus is, it seems like. Oh, is there a separate button for a regular jump? No! You tried. You gotta start somewhere. Alright, so is each level like survival, just like get as big of a bus as you can in the stage, basically? Suburb. See if I can find the regular jump button here. Yeah, whenever I press space, I have the little rocket. Okay, so turning them in is what increases my bus length, I see. I think I like the graphics on this stage a little bit better because they're a little bit stylized. They kind of have those cel-shading black outlines and everything, so it's easier for me to distinguish things from each other. What do you think makes Paris particularly good? Just lots of obstacles? I'm curious what makes a good Snakeybus map. Use a number of obstacles where you can fall if you're not being safe. I wonder if there's other like old school arcade games that you could interpret like this, like Tempest or something. I guess I've seen a lot of takes on Breakout / Arkanoid / everything that's like that. Yeah, I like how quickly this gets silly. Is it that, like, when I have more passengers, I'm getting more and more bus lengths? I thought it was maybe only one bus length each time I turn them in, but it's got to be more than that, right? Unless if it's doubling, that would make more sense. Passengers delivered adds to length, okay. So like you're eating more snake nodes, basically. This is a good level for being able to see how ridiculous your snake is. It's extremely normal. Come on. Actually, I'm curious what counts as out of bounds in this stage. Or if I can die from, like, just being completely stuck. I see how that would improve the Paris level, because there's actually lots of things you have to worry about. Oh boy. Well, now I'm going to find out. Disco Disco, Saved by the Bell. Miami. Have to come to a complete stop to die. Okay, I need to always have people to deliver, I guess. Oh boy, I'm already dead. Let's save it. Maybe not. I'll try that one again. Truck parkour. I think it's high scores, yeah. It's like an arcade game. Well, I mean, it's like Snake. This game is interesting because I wonder if they could have done more with the concept, or if this is the furthest it could go, right? It's an arcade game. I bring it up because we recently played Teardown, and one of the things I keep marveling at with Teardown is like, wow, there's a game in this mechanic, or they found a game in the mechanic. They didn't necessarily have to. They could have just made it, isn't it fun to tear stuff down game toy, right? But this might be all the potential that's locked up in the core mechanic. Which is still pretty fun. Quite silly. I guess Katamari, I keep thinking of Katamari as being similar. It was able to make a game out of it. But it primarily did that by having a lot of really varied levels and like the whole scale changing thing, and having special objectives where like you have to pick up just fish or just swans or whatever. So there's multiple places you can get away with turning people in, it seems like. You don't have to go to the one that it immediately recommends, it will swap it. Yeah, bus gets pretty long pretty fast. Whee! Yeah, it's cute. I dig it. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's okay. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little airborne. I find it really interesting to think about once you have a game mechanic idea, like whether or not a game exists is almost something that it's a question of whether or not it exists in nature for you to discover. Once the mechanic's been established, it's not up to you whether you can actually make it into a game or not. It might not be a mechanic that translates into, you know, something more complicated than a arcade high score like this. So that's part of what I find so miraculous about Teardown, that, wow, not only was there a game, there's a really interesting game that exists in this system, and they found it. The right size, density, complexity, Miami's too big, and the river's more annoying. God. Oh, man. Ouroboros! Okay, it's fine. Fine. This is fine. Yeah, and like, I guess the suburbs feel maybe too easy. I don't know if that will ever untie itself, right? Because once the bus gets a certain length, it's kind of neat to add a third dimension to Snake. I assume it makes perfect play harder? Like, eventually you run out of tiles, so to speak, to keep moving in a Snake game. You've played it perfectly, you haven't wasted any space. But here I assume with the physics engine there's always a way to get yourself out and get an arbitrarily high score. Ope. It's okay. Still good. Kind of. Don't have any passengers. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's kind of interesting. If you're riding along your snake tail, it like kind of pulls you into it without you having to manually steer into it. I assume that's just like a physics thing. No! I don't think it's possible for me to fail here, unless if that's what that countdown is. Yeah. Gotta squeeze right past you there. Fine. It's not that fine. Oh, it's for jump. Keep moving? No. Glad I was able to fail. Where are the firecrackers? I love how when you explode like that, all the people on the bus go flying. Museum. This is a neat concept. I think it was probably a good decision to really minimize the sound effects in this. Can you imagine if like all the wheels are making sounds constantly? Oh yeah, okay, I'll do that after this. Bus full. Okay, lots of ways to die on this stage, it seems like. Could you do this with skateboarding, where you just have an infinite chain of skateboarders behind you repeating all the tricks you just did? So you have to go to as many unique locations as possible so as not to bump into yourself. Ooh, that was almost real bad. This is fine. Snake may not touch itself. Oh! Just squeezing right past you there. Goodbye, everyone. You tried. Garage. Oh, I see. Oh, fun. Party bus. Try the party bus. So how does the multiplayer work? Like, you're just multiple people on the same map, but you can all bump into each other, so you try to survive as long as possible? Not a great start. Oh, this seems like a much harder level. Okay. This one, it might actually not be correct to use the mouse button. It's hard to see otherwise when you go underneath something. Am I just hosed when I go to that thing? That's interesting. I think I like this stuff a little bit more. Because this is asking something really different of me than like Miami, Suburbs, or Paris. The museum one was less interesting, I think, because it was kind of just do a little infinity symbol over and over. Curious how long you have to get before this one starts to be harder than just successfully driving without falling off the side. When do I start seeing myself? Is this all one strip, I wonder? I needed to move the camera down to see what I was doing. I want to try this one more time. I want to see if I can bump into myself. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there's branching points, so it's not all the same side. It would be kind of cool to try to do a Mobius strip, though. I don't know if they have any levels with weird gravity. This game needs some of the weird levels in, like, Blast Core. It's a game I still kind of want to play on stream at some point, even though it won't be blind for me. It'll be effectively blind. Like, I won't remember any of the specific levels. Yeah, I'm just curious when you get to the point where you start having to deal with yourself. Like, it seems like you have to drive well for a pretty long time before that matters. If it ever matters. I see your point, though. I can do this while holding the mouse, but I just have to make sure I duck the camera underneath the passes so I can see what I'm about to do. Ah, that's about to be a problem. Oh god. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine. Oh god. It's fine. It's not so fine. No! I wish you had a little bit more control over the rocket. At least in levels like this, maybe give you some different mechanics, you know. Alright, let's see. I'll try another. Oh, hey, cluster truck. Is this made by the same people? Try the dragon. Or did I not remember my best length for... Oh, Intersect isn't the same as ring. Okay. Interesting. It's friendly indies. Oh. It's okay. Everything's fine. Let me turn my headlights on. It's the tricky one with this one is that the drop-off is in a really weird place, I guess. There's only one drop-off in the center. I guess the jump is more useful here. I think I liked the strip one better than this one because it's like the worst part of the strip one and the worst part of the museum one. I feel like they shouldn't have let you be anything that's not a bus too. To school bus. Seattle. It's raining, that's appropriate. Did not mean to launch that high, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's got a decent amount of verticality to it. Starbus. There are so many Starbucks in Seattle. Yeah, it sounds like that's not a surprising revelation, but it's like even more than you probably think there are. Been there quite a few times for PAX, and like there are situations where you could be within. I think there's a mall where there's one on the bottom floor and on the second floor, and then there's another one like a block away and another one a block away from that. It's nuts. I don't know how they all make money. I wonder if the convention center's here. Might be. Look out the window and see two others, right? Pier 59. Yeah, I do like the freeway over here. Isn't that like freeway like a disaster waiting to happen? Am I making that up? A real life friend from Seattle was telling me that like there's gonna be an earthquake one day or that whole thing just fucking collapses and everyone's screwed. I'm just now noticing some UI elements. I don't know if this is just me or if this ever happens to anybody else, but I feel like I play certain video games where I tunnel vision really bad, where like something about the way the game is structured, I can't ever see UI elements like the number of passengers I have at the bottom there, right? I don't do it in every game. There are games where I can, like, you know, easily see the UI and pay attention to it in my peripheral vision all the time. So I don't know how much of it is I have a tunnel visioning problem and how much of it is a UI design problem. How much of it is the game really incentivizes you to focus on a specific area, so how would you ever notice anything else problem, right? Like Warframe seems really, it requires you to kind of manage the UI a lot, but I can never notice my health or my shields or status effects on me or whatever my frame's abilities are. It's really struggle with it. Yeah. It might just be that it's positioned all the way at the bottom there. I've seen a few games that will do something where they'll like put a they'll like put things around your reticle if you really need to be staring at the center of the screen constantly. Have the same problem with Warframe? Okay. Makes me feel a little less crazy. Oh, is this is like the Hot Wheels level? That's cute. Radio Tour. I wonder how you die on this level. It must just be getting stuck. Was actually able to successfully slow down there. So there's some cup of noodles. Came in. It's okay. I try to watch the UI to see if I can understand the relationship between number of passengers and increased size of bus better. Might be like 10% is the number of... I have 93 passengers. Yeah, there's vital information in 3 of the 4 corners of the screen, and your focus really wants to be in the center of the screen. Exactly. Oh, this is interesting. So the bus is long enough now that, like, things the rest of the bus are brushing up against are affecting friction or something. Yeah, I feel like Paris does a pretty good job of selling you on the concept. I guess this one's nice because it's constantly sending you up and down, so you're seeing... It's more likely for you to see the snake effect. Because if you're not holding down right-click, like, the game looks like this, and it's pretty easy for you to just drive a bus around without realizing that you're making this funny long snake. Sitting there, I'm like, it's impossible to die in this level. That is incorrect. Thank you, my own tail. I feel like this game exists in a genre of indie games I will call designed to go viral on Reddit from a 30-second gameplay clip, right? Teardown is actually in that category, which is part of why I was so shocked that there was a game there. So I'm like, is this just the fact that there's all these voxels and you can set buildings on fire and it looks really cool? No! Get out! It's fine. You're an all-star. I don't mean that as I'm not trying to make a slight against it. Like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, it has a really interesting core visual that you can communicate to somebody scrolling through dozens of cat pictures on Reddit, and then they'll see this, right? Like the crazy Snakeybus driving around and go, huh, and then upvote it very easily, right? Like, there are a lot of really, really cool high concept games that you cannot communicate in a 30-second video clip on social media, and this is definitely one of those where you can definitely communicate the concept really quickly. Yeah. I also get Katamari / Donut County vibes from it. Almost actually filled the bus. The stage does get to start a little bit crazy once all of your ramps are used up. Wonder at what point in development they added the rocket. It seems pretty necessary. Yeah, I think I'm at a point now where I can't use the ramps anymore. That's interesting. Actually, I think Cluster Truck was one of those too. Did a launch stream for Cluster Truck and quickly found out this is a cool 30-second clip on social media, but I don't know if it actually stays all that interesting. Really good name for the game, though. This is getting ridiculous. I think this is by far the longest bus I've managed so far. Drop him in the turlet. Is there no source of instant death on this stage? Is it just getting stopped due to there being too much crap on the screen? Let's see how long I can survive here. This stage is ridiculous. Well, not much longer, apparently. Oh. 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 Let me just squeeze right past you there. Right past you. Oh, God. This is not good. This is not good. We got another ramp came free all of a sudden. right on top of myself? Does that count as moving? I think it does. God. It's getting pretty rough. I haven't been behind this desk before. As yet unexploited bit of level. Yeah, I agree. Probably good that I mean, I guess making this the starting level is smart in the sense that it's definitely the easiest level, but that is a lot of bus. It's frankly an enormous amount of bus. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think I might be in trouble. I can't even get to places to like deliver people anymore. I wonder if there's anything you can do. It'd be interesting to watch like a speed run or like a high score run of this or something, because I wonder if there's some tech to like try to ride in a circle for a bit and coil up to get more free space back potentially. I agree, yeah. It kind of just becomes a mess. Yeah, because I guess on the other levels, the more crap, the more buses in the level, the more likely you're going to have to rocket just to survive. And every time you rocket in another level, there's a chance you're going to kill yourself, and that's not here. I see. Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Might actually be stuck now. You tried. 420 blaze it. So what is Resident Evil Mercenaries mode? It finished downloading while I was playing here. I could just jump into it. Is it some number of missions? Is it like online or something? Wow. It's like a Stanford Taurus. Oh, now we're doing the goofy gravity thing. Okay, that's cool. There are holes you can fall out of. Gotcha. Oh, you do not want to jump into the center. Okay. Can I do anything like meaningful in like an hour of Resident Evil Mercenaries? I don't know if I remember how to play Resident Evil 4. I'm sure it's shoot the things. Like this map is fuck your encoding with all the grass everywhere, right? This game in general, I'm sure, doesn't look too great on stream. Oh dear. Okay, that's glass. That makes sense. Yeah, I think y'all are right. More instant death is more interesting. Too much instant death is less interesting. Paris was a pretty good level. Oh dear. Sure. Yeah, I like how Seattle felt really different from Paris or Miami. Okay. And I guess there's also like an endless mode, which is just you don't die when you fall or something. Cave. What's your feeling on Souls games in a nutshell? Okay, so part of the state is I have infinite... Huh. I'm trying to think of places where instant death is really a thing in the Souls games. I guess if you're playing offline, you can't read messages. I like what they're going for with the you have infinite boost, but I don't know that it works. I think this level is actually quite bad. I don't think any of the levels have been bad. They've just had benefits and drawbacks, but... Or maybe if you could have a little bit more control over trajectory while boosting. There's a lot of phrases I associate with Souls, but I don't know if instant death is on the list. Endless. Just want to see what this is real quick. I'm not going to stay in it for very long. Oh, that's cool. So is this just like a... Like the map keeps... Oh, what? Why is it... Okay. Stay on the road. Does the map keep expanding, or is it like a... Does it loop back on itself or something? I feel like this one should be pretty straightforward. Maybe it's just drive. Fair, yeah. Right. Surprised they didn't make a desert bus map where it's just like a complete straightaway, but you list to the right slightly. Maybe it's just like a really, really big loop, so the chance of you meeting yourself is quite low. Oh, I'm getting longer while driving. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I feel like the game should find some way to require you to use the mouse, because I think the snake thing is... He risks not being noticeable like this, right? I guess it'd be pretty crazy if you stay on this map for a long time and you can like see the other end of your bus all the way across the map. So this one does away with passengers, I suppose. And it's like the chill driving level. I think I'd probably like this game better with a controller. It's weird that it doesn't support it. I'm used to indie games being very, like, controller recommended, you know? Maybe the mouse camera look is so critical that it would feel bad on a controller. What it really needs is a steering wheel. I'm sure that wouldn't be disorienting and awful. I think the dream of this level is you play it for so long that you start to see the tail of your bus way off in the distance. The default bindings are wonky. Oh, well, I guess it is called Endless. The fact that you can go off the screen is interesting. I want to see the end of my bus here. Oh, okay, it stops completely rendering it after a second. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Right on. Thanks for sharing Snakeybus. I get it. It's a cool concept. It does make me wonder if there's more in the concept or if that's the maximum you can do with it, you know?